Yeah.
Good afternoon, Reena. Okay. Sana, what all topics did we learn in the last class?
About nutrition,
Yeah.
then
Hmm.
fitness, health,
Ah, health and fitness. Okay. Last class we learned about health and fitness. Reena, what is health? According to try to say the definition of World Health Organization. Okay. WHO.
Health is completely of physically,
Yeah. Physical,
mental,
mental,
spiritual,
spiritual,
and social.
social. So these are the dimensions of health. Okay. So complete the definition. The complete well-being
General,
of physical, emotional,
general.
social, and all these dimensions, and not just the absence of disease is called as health. Okay,
Health.
not only the absence, but also we need to
Also,
fit in physically, socially, and emotionally. That is called as health. Meghna, what about fitness?
ability to meet the demands of physical task.
Ability to, sorry.
Ability to
Hmm.
the demands, the emergencies of physical
Ah,
task.
very good. There are two types of fitness. Reina, which are they? Two types. Sorry, Sana, which are they? Two types of
general
fitness.
fitness and
General
specific,
fitness and specific fitness. So what do you mean by general fitness, Sana?
um, which means the way activity.
Hmm. The day-to-day activities, all these are the general fitness. As the name says, general fitness, all the like day-to-day activities like household activities, running behind a bus, all these are general activities. So we need fitness to do all that general things. Then what about specific, Reena, specific fitness?
Specific for sports, specifically
Hmm.
for,
Specifically for
uh, an event or something
a particular task. Okay.
task.
We need to meet that particular demand, like sports, badminton, all these things. We need what? We need a particular fitness to complete that task. That is known as specific fitness. Any doubts? Hmm? Make any doubt? Okay, fine. So the next is balanced diet. So we learned about foods, nutrients, and nutrition. Next is balanced diet. What do you mean by balanced diet? Do you heard about it? Reina, do you heard? That is balanced diet.
Having the right amount of food proportion.
Very good. So balanced diet means the adequate amount of nutrients in our meal. That is called as balanced diet. We need to include all the nutrients in a correct proportion. That is balanced diet. It contains different types of food. We have a different types of food like carbohydrate rich foods, protein rich foods, vitamins, fruits and vegetables. All these are different classifications of food. So try to include all these in your meal. Then only it will be called as balanced diet. Okay. So we need to include all the groups, all the foods from different groups in a right proportion, not in less, not in excess. We need to include these nutrients in a right proportion for what? To meet our nutrient requirement. For energy, we have a like we need 2000 calories a day. So we need to meet that energy by consuming wheat, rice, and all. Okay. The carbohydrate rich foods are wheat, rice, and all. Okay. So we need to include those kinds of foods in our diet to maintain a balanced diet. You can note it down. Balanced diet is one which contains different types of food, like the food groups. We have a different types of food groups. We need to include a single food from every group and in right proportion and right quantity to meet our daily needs. To become healthy, we need to get strength. So we need to include all the food groups. We need to include the food from each group. Then only we can say it as a balanced diet. Then only our meal is balanced diet. Do you heard about ICMR? Sana, do you heard about ICMR? Hmm?
Um,
No, Meghna, do you know? ICMR.
No, ma'am.
No, ICMR means Indian Council of Medical Research. What is it? Indian Council of Medical Research. That is ICMR. As a research institute. In this research institute, they plan this balanced diet and food groups and RDA and all. RDA means we need a particular amount of protein or energy for every day, right? That is RDA. So these kinds of RDAs and values are calculated in ICMR. ICMR is a research group in that field, that is in Indian Council of Medical Research. They conducted lots of research that how can we include the balanced diet for all group of people, right? If the RAINAS, here the RAINAS requirement is entirely different from SANA's requirement. SANA have more energy requirement, but Meghna have more protein requirement. So our requirement is entirely different according to each individual. Sorry. So this ICMR plan this balanced diet and RDA and food groups. So there are two factors that we need to consider while we are including the balanced diet. Is it clear, Reina? Any doubt? Is it confusing?
No, ma'am.
No, okay. So try to learn that balanced diet means we need to include the foods from each particular group. According to ICMR, they have conducted ICMR conducted lots of research and tried to include the food groups and RDA. Recommended dietary allowance means RDA. The values. Okay, we are going to learn it's in details. So ICMR says RD and food groups are very important to plan a meal efficiently. Okay, which are the Meghna? Which are the things that we need to plan a balanced diet? Which are the things we need? We need to aware about food groups and RDA. Okay. So in order to plan a balanced diet, we need to know or we need to have a complete understanding about two concepts, which are the RDA and food groups. Is it clear? Okay. Then what is RDA? What do you mean by RDA? The short form, sorry, the full form is recommended dietary allowance. Okay. Take the page number 399. Page number 399. Sana, switch on the camera. Hmm? Okay. This is an RDA chart. Reina Meghna? Hmm? This is an RDA chart. Here, you need to get the correct value of if a girl with 16 to 17 years of age. Sana, take the page number 399. 399, the last page. Okay. That table is about RDA. The RDA is entirely different for different groups. So here you can see the last one. According to the girls from the age of 16 to 17. Okay. Meghna? So according to the girls from the age of 16 to 70, how much amount of energy they needed? Meghna? How much energy they need?
2,440.
2,440. So what about the boys? They need 3,020. So this is an RDA. Okay. Is it clear now? There are certain values for each group according to our age, sex, and all. According to the gender and age, this RDA is different. So for an adolescent girl, that is from 16 to 17 years, that is your age, your energy requirement is 2,440. Okay. Just need to just look at this table. Okay. Then what is the protein requirement of a girl with 10 to 12 years? Protein requirement. Try to mark it. Try to locate. Where is it? Girl with 10 to 12 years. Reina, answer. The energy requirement of a girl from 10 to 12 years. What is it?
40.4.
Sorry.
Is it 40.4?
That is a protein requirement. 40.4 is a protein requirement of a girl of 10 to 12. Energy is in kilocalorie. That is in
Um,
hmm, 2000 and
10.
2010. That is the energy requirement of a girl with the age group of 10 to 12. Is it clear? So, what is a recommended dietary allowance? The average daily dietary nutrient intake sufficient to meet the nutrient requirement. We all have a nutrient requirement, a particular amount, that is a RDA. That is different in different life stages and age group. There are certain factors that affect our RDA, that is genders, age and all. Okay, there are certain factors that creates influences in RDA. Which are they? Age and sex. Sex means gender. Okay, these are the two factors that are affecting the RDA. So what do you mean by RDA, Meghna? What is RDA?
It is the need to meet the nutrient requirement in a particular life and gender group.
Okay, there is an estimated amount. Hmm? Estimated amount of a nutrient required per day. That is called as RDA. The estimated amount that we required per day. That is called as RDA or recommended dietary allowance. This is very essential for the maintenance of health and all. Okay. So what is it? It is an estimated amount of a nutrient required per day. Estimated amount of a nutrient per day. That is called as RDA. Okay. This RDA, that is the estimated amount, this is not applicable to sick people. RDA is only for a normal, healthy people. Okay, it is not applicable to sick people. So we can calculate the RDA. There is an equation for RDA. How we can calculate the RDA? That is requirement plus margin of safety. That is an equation for RDA. RDA is equal to requirement plus margin of safety. Why we add this margin of safety? Because there are some nutrients that we lost during the cooking time and all. Okay, there is some nutrient loss in our cooking time or the processing time. So we need to add a little more to this RDA. Then only we can cope up with the right amount. That is called as margin of safety, the extra adding of some amount to our requirement. Is it clear? Okay. Reina, what is a balanced diet?
The adequate amount of nutrition or
Hmm.
the amount of food taken in.
Hmm.
Um,
According to ICMR, there are two categories. So we need to think about that to include the complete meal. So what is it? What are the factors?
RDA,
One is RDA, which means recommended dietary
dietary
allowance.
allowance,
Then one more. We need to consider one more point.
as ICMR.
No, no. Food groups. We need to think about food groups and RDA to plan a balanced diet. Okay. Both RDA and food group are essential to plan a balanced diet. Okay.
That's right.
So what is RDA, Meghna? RDA.
Estimated amount of nutrients required per day.
Day. Okay. What is equation, Sana? Hmm?
Requirements plus
Hmm. Margin
margin
of
of
safety. RDA is equal to requirement plus margin of safety. What is a margin of safety, Sana?
um,
Hmm?
for safety.
Hmm. Which means, Reina, can you help her? Margin of safety.
By cooking, some nutrients are getting lost. So we should include all that. Only will become.
Very good, Reina. That is margin of safety. Okay. So let's move on to the revision of chapter 1 and 2. Hmm? Did you learn that? Who comes first? Sana, Meghna, Reena. Meghna. So ask any 3 questions to Sana from the first chapter. Ready to answer, Sana?
Yes, ma'am.
First chapter is about introduction. Okay.
The name of first home science college.
What is the name of the first home science college?
Lady Irwin College,
Lord Irwin College. Then next.
In which year it was started?
Which year?
1932.
Very good. One more.
Mm, what is the other name of home science?
Hmm. Try.
Human ecology and
Human
uh,
ecology and
home, family,
human ecology and try. Family?
and science.
Family science. Okay. So good, Sana. Reina. Ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Sana, ask 3 questions to Reina. Any 3 questions from the same chapter. Hmm. Ask fast.
In which state is the Lady Irwin College situated?
Reina, in which state it is situated? Where is it? In India, right? So, in India,
Mm, Delhi,
New Delhi.
New
Okay.
Delhi.
Next question.
Name three eminent women involved in the
Tough
uh,
question. Reina, 3 eminent women who
Sa-
support
Sarojini Naidu,
Sarojini Naidu. Then,
Amrit Kaur.
hmm?
Okay, Amrit Kaur.
Rajkumari Amrit Kaur. Who is she?
Okay,
Rajkumari Amrit Kaur.
Kaur.
Then,
Okay.
one more.
Um,
One more. Try. One more personality is there. Who is she? Sana, answer.
Chattopadhyay, something.
Kamala Devi Chattopadhyay. Okay. So list Reina. Again, list the 3 persons. Try to repeat.
Sarojini Naidu, Rajkumari Amrit Kaur, Chattopadhyay.
Kamala Devi Chattopadhyay. Who is she? Kamala Devi. Kamala
Kamala
Devi.
Devi Chattopadhyay.
One more. Repeat.
Eh?
Repeat it once again.
Kamala Devi Chattopadhyay.
Good. Okay. One more question.
Scientific study of family and close relationship is called
Repeat the question, Sana.
the scientific study of family and close relationship is called
It's called Reina.
Home Science.
Is the right answer, Sana? Then what's the answer?
family science.
Family science, home science, and family science. So, we divided the term human ecology and family science into two, right? There is one definition for human ecology, and there is another definition for family science. What is the definition of human ecology, Sana? Human ecology.
Uh, the study of in environment.
It is a relationship, the study of relationship between living things,
The
that is human beings and the environment, that is human ecology. Then what about family science? Repeat the point. Family science, Reina, here. Family science means, Sana, what is family science?
the study of the study of family and close relationship.
The interpersonal relationships and all. Okay. Then Reina. ask 3 questions to Meghna. It's her turn. Go through the text and make some interesting questions. Yeah, right, Reina. Ask questions.
I can refer the text.
Ah, yes. From the first chapter, okay? Ask, ask. Don't waste time.
Areas of home science. What's
What
the
are the
area?
5 areas of home science? There are 5 areas or 5 branches. Which are they?
Human development,
Which is also known as
uh, human development or child development,
good. Then
clothing and textile,
clothing and textiles,
communication and extension,
communication and extension,
food and nutrition,
food and nutrition. One more.
um,
What are things we have in our
resource management,
resource management? Repeat once again.
human or child development,
Hmm?
clothing, textile, food and nutrition, communication and extension, resource management.
Very good. Reina, next question. Reina, I think she is not there. It's my turn. She's back. Ask a question to Meghna. You have 2 more questions to ask. Shoot, shoot. Mm. Need help? Just
Uh,
ask about the importance. Reina,
yes,
next question. Ask about importance.
importance of home science.
Hmm.
Home science teaches the value of family. It
Hmm.
helps to solve the problems of households and ad- how to adjust the life
Hmm.
and how to separate the professional and personal life,
Very good.
faces household problems,
Hmm.
and how to arrange or decorate the house in a
The art
scientific.
of managing resources. Teach is an art of how to manage the resources. Then one more question. Who was the British viceroy during that time? Meghna. British viceroy.
Lord Irving,
Wife name?
Lady Dorothy Irving.
Editoro. Tirve. Okay. So I think the first chapter is clear for you. Okay. Score full marks in exam. Okay. That is a there is 2 definitions for home science, right? Home science is also called as human ecology and family science, but there is 2 definition. What are they? Sana. That is the definition of home science. The first definition. Reina, switch on the camera.
Home science is the study of how to manage the family
Hmm?
and uh,
Then one more. It's a science. Home science, as the name says, it is a science of how to manage our home. Science that apply to the home. One more definition. Reina, what is it?
Art
Very good. It's an art.
of economically
It's an art of how to economically manage our resources. So
resources.
from that we get the complete satisfaction. Okay. Repeat. Definition.
The art of
Hmm. Art of economically
economically
or art of managing the resources. Just skip that word. It's an art of managing the resources.
art of managing the resources uh,
From
in
that, we get what? We get the
uh,
complete satisfaction. Okay.
we
So
get
home.
the
Hmm.
complete satisfaction.
Hmm. So
uh,
if you use our resources properly, we get the complete satisfaction. There is a second definition. First is home science is science, and the next is home science is an art. Okay, these are the two definitions. Any doubts in the first chapter? No. Okay, so let's move on to the second chapter. Hmm? Who comes first? Not Meghna, other than Meghna. Sana or Reena? Who comes first? Before that, what is a multidisciplinary subject? It's very important. What is multidisciplinary?
It has so many branches other than the
Okay.
food and nutrition.
That combines several branches of study or several entirely different to studies. Okay. Art and science, both are different. That is called as multidisciplinary subject. Okay. Sana, ready? Meghna, ask 3 questions to Sana. Twisting, right? Yes. From the
What do you
second chapter.
mean self?
Hmm.
Self refers to who we are and how we are described as how we are different from others.
That is identity. Self.
Self refers to who we are and our own unique character.
How we define ourselves. Okay. It is a way, self is a way or the characteristic way in which we define ourselves. How we define ourselves is called as self. Is it clear? Self is something that we are not born with. We are continuously developing from our infancy to our throughout our lifespan. Okay. So what is self, Sana?
Self refers to who we are and how we
It is a
refer to
characteristic way in which we define ourselves. That is a
ourselves.
characteristic way in which we define ourselves. How we define ourselves. That is self. Then Meghna ask, make it fast.
What are the two types of self?
Personal self and social self.
Then next question, Meghna.
In which stage the child see self-image?
In which
Uh,
stage he or she has to recognize his or her own image.
early child, middle childhood,
Think,
early
think.
childhood.
Just concentrate and think. Think about the small children. Think about small children. And then
Infancy.
that is the right answer. Okay. In infancy, they started to recognize their own image. Okay. If we show the pictures to them, at the almost around the 18 months of age, they begin to recognize their own image. So infancy, they begin to recognize their own image. In infancy, image recognition is in infancy. Then, Sana, ask 3 questions to Meghna.
What are the two types of identity?
Self-identity and social identity.
How does it, Meghna? Explain.
In self-identity, it is related to us like personal, and for
Like our
social
talents, habits, and all. Then
and for
social.
social identity, it is connected with groups or other persons include.
Can you
So
give an example for social identity?
like
Social identity.
if we say in dance group or some choir group, we say with other persons. So it includes
I'm
the
a
social.
Malayali. I'm a student of Raju Devas. I'm an Indian. All these are the examples of what, Rena? All these are the examples of what? I'm an Indian and all examples of
Social identity.
good. Ask me, Sana.
Dash refers to self-evaluation of ourselves.
Hmm? Her question is
Dash
very
refers to
interesting,
the
right?
self-evaluation of ourselves.
It's not clear, Sana.
Uh, Dash refers to the self-evaluation.
Hmm? Which means? What do you mean by that? Give the
Uh,
answer for that.
Self-esteem.
Self-esteem. Okay, fine. The next question. Ask direct questions. Okay, fine, fine. Meghna, ask any two questions for Reina. From the development of cells. Okay.
Four stages of life.
Infancy, early childhood, childhood. Yeah,
Huh.
yeah,
Right.
childhood, adolescence,
One more. After early childhood, that's
middle,
it. Huh.
middle childhood,
So infancy, early childhood, middle childhood, adolescence, and adulthood. Then
adult.
next question, Meghna.
Describe early childhood.
Describe early childhood. Hmm.
Um, um,
In early
it's a
childhood, oh,
it's a told time, right?
hmm?
Told
Which means,
to I mean,
hmm? There's a comparison or not in this stage. Early
yeah,
and
yes, yeah,
there is
yes,
comparison in early childhood.
no,
Hmm. Try to learn properly, Reina. Okay. Don't get confused. In infancy, realization of image. In early childhood is very important. So try to learn. So there is no comparison in early childhood. Next question, Meghna.
In which the early childhood starts.
Hmm.
And
Early childhood it starts from which age?
2 to 7,
No.
to
Add one more.
3
3 to 8.
to
Or
7.
2 to 7. It's okay. 2 to 7. Both are fine. Hmm? Then one more question, Meghna. One more. Shoot.
um, in which stage the real and ideal self they start.
Which stage they begin to distinguish the real self and ideal self?
Middle childhood.
Middle. In adolescence, they have a clear understanding about the ideal self and real self. Okay. So time's up. Try to learn properly. Okay. You are not thorough with the portions. Reina, try to learn more. So thank you. Bye. Hmm? Bye
Thank you.
bye.
Thank you, ma'am.
Bye.